or in Alaska. It's kind of a play on words. Alaska Gold Rush. They rushed to Alaska to get to the gold, but the gold was actually in Canada, in the Yukon. And we're going to learn a lot about that today. Now, in this town, when the gold rush happened, it was in 1898. And we were just coming out of the Depression, so people were, hearing about the gold. Just come here and we can pull the gold right out of the river and be rich. But it was not true. It wasn't just right here. So, in the first 3 months, 10,000 people flooded this city. And it wasn't actually even really a city. This was a town that even the Tlingit people, the native people that lived through this area, didn't actually live in this town. Skagway is a Tlingit name that means the place of the northern wind. And when you hear northern wind, that means because it was so harsh. The wind can blow through here at 90 miles an hour during the winter, folks. That's pretty cold. That's pretty cold. It makes it very cold in this town. Especially up in the Yukon and everywhere. So even the native people only use this area as a gateway. So that's kind of actually how it ended up being. A gateway, the safest, fastest way to the gold. Now, if you guys look to the left here, you're going to see these three buildings. The white one is the much newer one. The middle one is the National Park. And the front one, this red and yellow one, is the original train depot they built in the 1900s after the gold rush even came and gone. They actually did build the tracks along this main street, and they found that the merchants didn't like it. It was just a little bit too much, distracting the businesses, and so they decided to move it around the side here where it is now. Now over here to the right is the Red Onion, folks. This is actual brothel. This town was a Wild West town, folks, so it wasn't actually as nice as it was then. It is now. But it's just a part of history. This town was built up of just basically brothels, gambling halls, and bars. So that was most of the, and then a few merchants in between. Selling all the supplies anything that was here in this town. Guys, let me know if you get hot, because it can go back and forth, and once we get up the mountain it'll get cold too. So if you decide you want the heat turned up, let me know. I might have to turn it off for a minute because we do have a lot of bodies in here and the windows might get a little fogged up, but we'll try to keep it as comfortable as we can. Now this town is only 1.5 miles wide and 2.5 miles long, so not very big at all. And the population here is year-round about 1,000 people. And those are some crazy 1,000 people, I'll tell you. During this season, the cruise season, it goes up to about 3,000, give or take a few. But when we have about 4 boats on this dock every day from starting next week until the end part of September, we have about 10,000 people or more flood this town every day. So, can you imagine that? Do you remember how I said on just a minute ago that 10,000 people within the 3 months flooded this town in the gold rush? So we're kind of repeating that history every day, though. So, now this town was actually founded by a gentleman, William Moore. He was a captain. He actually founded 10 years before the gold rush happened, and him and his buddies, he actually became good friends to a few of the native people that lived through this area and traded through this area. And he did actually work for the Postal Service of Canada, the boats, because he was a steamboat captain and he had lots of access to the lower states and convinced people to send their mail to people in Canada through this area. So him and his sons would take that up into Canada and bring the mail. But him and his friends, he was a part of a whole bunch of gold rushes actually throughout the world. But one of his friends was Smokum Jim, and he knew there was gold out here, so they just kept searching, and it took them 10 years to actually find it. So in '96, the end of '96 is when they found the gold, and then it came to the lower states, and that's when everyone at the end of about 90, in the middle of '97, came up and started trying to find all the gold.